Yuan Yang wasn't kidding. The minute they got back, he actually started prepping for their trip to Gu Qingpei's hometown. Gu Qingpei knew there was no stopping him now, but the idea of officially bringing Yuan Yang home, like home, with parents and childhood photos and all that, was making his stomach do backflips. Last time didn't count. Yuan Yang had basically shown up uninvited, and back then, Gu Qingpei thought they were done for good. But this time, they were really together again. This time, bringing him home basically screamed, "Meet my boyfriend, yes, it's serious, please clap." His parents would probably be thrilled, his mom especially. She'd always liked Yuan Yang a little too much. He was still tossing and turning when a strong arm slid around his waist from behind. Yuan Yang nuzzled between his shoulder blades. "Can't sleep? Maybe I had too much tea. Did I wake you? You've been flopping around like a rotisserie chicken. How the hell would I sleep?" "I'll get up for a bit then. Let you..." Yuan Yang pulled him right back. "Absolutely not. It's cold. Lie down. If you can't sleep, tell me. How do you want me to keep you company? Should we do that thing or do that thing?" His hand slid over Gu Qingpei's warm stomach. The words sounded filthy. The touch didn't. Just slow, gentle strokes. Gu Qingpei chuckled and rolled over to face him. "Let's just talk." "Sure." Their eyes met in the dark, barely visible, but warm enough to say everything. "Tomorrow when you meet my parents, try to show a little business elite energy. Don't show up like the baby-faced delinquent from 2 years ago. They liked me back then, didn't they? My dad was just being polite. My mom, well, she thinks you're handsome, but you didn't look like someone who knew what long-term meant." Yuan Yang smirked. "Trust me, I'll behave. I'll make sure your parents know their son landed a reliable man." Gu Qingpei snorted. "You talk so much crap." "What crap? You worried I can't take good care of you? Have I taken good care of you or not?" Gu Qingpei patted his cheek, laughing softly. "Not bad. The puppy grew up." "Puppy? Since when was I ever little?" "Don't start. I'm trying to talk about something serious." "Then go on." "Yuan Yang, have you ever thought about kids?" Yuan Yang paused. "You have?" "My parents forced me to." "And what'd you tell them?" "That I'd give them one within 2 years." Yuan Yang groaned, sounding personally attacked. "Ugh, I hate that whole topic." "Same, but my parents are getting old. We don't have much choice." "I get it. My mom brought it up too. Even if I'm with you, I can't avoid the whole grandkid thing forever." "Honestly," Gu Qingpei sighed, "having a kid does make it feel like a family." Yuan Yang didn't respond. The word family hit him hard in the chest. Him and Gu Qingpei making a home together, tempting didn't even begin to cover it. Then Gu Qingpei whispered, "Yuan Yang, do you really see yourself with me for the rest of your life?" Yuan Yang immediately bristled. "Are you kidding me? After everything I've done to get you back, you're asking that? Does your conscience hurt saying it?" Gu Qingpei stroked his hair. "I'm older than you. Sometimes I get insecure." "Insecure about what? I've been chasing you like a lunatic since day one. I finally caught you. What makes you think I'd ever let go?" Gu Qingpei smirked. "Didn't you say I'm getting old? Can you not bring that up every damn time? Why'd you say it then? Trying to pick a fight?" "I was pissed, okay? When you came back that first time and I saw you in that bathroom, I swear I wanted to pin you to the floor and..." He stopped himself, growling. "You ghosted me back then. I was so mad I wanted to shake you." Gu Qingpei raised his voice. "Please, I had plenty of resentment too. You want to compete on who was more unreasonable?" Yuan Yang deflated instantly. He wrapped his arms around Gu Qingpei, muttering, "You said you weren't mad anymore." Gu Qingpei rolled on top of him and pressed soft kisses to his lips. "I'm not. You're not allowed to be either. Deal?" Yuan Yang kissed him hard, flipped them effortlessly, and pinned him down. "I'm hopeless, okay? I can't stay mad at you. I'll give in on everything. I only want one thing. Stay with me, be mine. I'll treat you right for the rest of my life. Promise." Gu Qingpei cupped his face, touching foreheads. "Then I promise too. 100% yours." Yuan Yang held him so tight, Gu Qingpei almost couldn't breathe. Yuan Yang packed half a moving truck's worth of stuff for the trip back to Gu Qingpei's hometown. In ancient times, it would have been called a bride price. Even Gu Qingpei winced at the amount. Since his parents couldn't drive, a friend picked them up from the airport. 3 grown men carried box after box upstairs. 2 trips and they were drenched in sweat. The moment Gu's mom saw Yuan Yang, her eyes practically sparkled. She yanked his son aside, whispering urgently, wanting the whole story. Gu Qingpei felt embarrassed, especially since he loudly claimed half a year ago that he and Yuan Yang were impossible. And now here he was, bringing the man home like a future son-in-law. But Gu's mom didn't care about contradictions. She cared about whether this meant she was getting a son-in-law today. When the friend finally left, everyone sat on the couch. Tea was already set out, and Mr. and Mrs. Gu sat in full formal interrogation posture. Yuan Yang smiled easily. "Uncle, Auntie, it's been, 2 years since I saw you?" Gu's mom nodded. "Not that long, really, but you look so different now, more mature." Mr. Gu agreed. "Yeah, you used to look like a college kid. Now you look like a grown man." Yuan Yang laughed politely. "Lots of practice these past 2 years." Good. Mr. Gu shot his son a meaningful look. Gu Qingpei cleared his throat. "Dad, Mom, you've been telling me to bring home someone serious. So, here he is. Let's not dig up the past. Starting today, Yuan Yang and I are committed." Gu's mom nearly burst into tears. "Commitment is good. I just want you to settle down with someone who can take care of you." Yuan Yang spoke solemnly. "We went through a lot to get here. Please rest assured we're solid." Gu Qingpei smiled gently at his parents. "And about the kid situation, we wanted to discuss that too." The parents perked up instantly. "I'm keeping my promise. Within 2 years, I'll get you a grandkid. Yuan Yang wants one too, though he's younger, so maybe later. But we're sticking to just one. Boy or girl, doesn't matter." "No problem," Gu's mom beamed. "One's enough. You two are busy. We'll help raise them." Dinner that night was an absolute feast. Gu Qingpei hadn't eaten his mom's cooking in ages and devoured everything. Yuan Yang, meanwhile, spent his energy charming his future mother-in-law. Around 10, Gu Qingpei grabbed his coat. "I'll take him to the hotel." Gu's mom blinked. "Hotel? Why? Sleep here." "The guest room is full of storage stuff," Gu Qingpei said automatically. Gu's mom grinned. "Then sleep in your room. That bed's huge." Mr. Gu stared straight at the TV, pretending he heard nothing. Gu Qingpei shot his son an awkward look. "So, what do you think?" Yuan Yang dropped his suitcase with a thud. "Think? I'm staying here, obviously." Yuan Yang hung his clothes right into Gu Qingpei's closet like he already owned the place. Gu Qingpei laughed. "Wow, zero hesitation. I say stay, and you just stay." "Your mom basically invited me," Yuan Yang said, turning around with that smug little smile. "Besides, me sleeping in your bed feels pretty damn rightful." Gu Qingpei strolled over slowly, sliding both hands under Yuan Yang's shirt from behind, fingertips tracing over warm muscle. "Well, didn't expect my parents to be this open-minded. And you're right, how could we waste their support?" Yuan Yang barely lasted 2 seconds under that. He tossed his shirt aside and pushed Gu Qingpei down on the bed, breath already rough. "What's up with you tonight? You're unusually proactive." Gu Qingpei's eyes curved in mischief. "No idea. Maybe I ate too much seafood." Let me check how fired up you actually are." Gu Qingpei wrapped his arms around his neck and pulled him into a kiss. Yuan Yang kissed him back with heat, surprised but thrilled. Gu Qingpei wasn't usually this forward. Sure, he could be passionate, but showing it openly, rare. Tonight, he was practically glowing. "You're acting different," Yuan Yang murmured between kisses. "You're usually all proper and prim." Gu Qingpei bit him lightly. "You really want a beating, don't you?" "I love the proper act," Yuan Yang laughed. "The more serious you look with your clothes on, the more, the opposite you get when they're off. Drives me insane. Every time you lectured me with that straight face, God, I just wanted to..." He laughed wickedly. Gu Qingpei shoved his shoulder lightly. "Kid, your fake propriety beats your real shamelessness any day." Yuan Yang rushed his fingertips along his smooth skin. "That's why we're a perfect match." Between kisses, Gu Qingpei whispered, breath shaking, "I'm just really happy." Yuan Yang froze a bit. "Happy?" Gu Qingpei's eyes were bright, almost wet. "I didn't expect my parents to accept this so easily. Except you. I'm really happy." He pulled Yuan Yang close, burying his face in his neck. "Feels like a day worth celebrating." His voice trembled at the end. Yuan Yang immediately hugged him back and rolled them so Gu Qingpei rested on top, He stroked his hair gently. I know, I'm happy too. If you're happy, I'm over the moon. Gu Qingpei chuckled softly, embarrassed. Since my divorce, they've worried about me nonstop. I hated making them fret, even as a grown man. Well, that's over. You've got me now. I can't give them a grandchild, but aside from that, I can do anything. Should be enough for the two of them. Gu Qingpei snorted. Listen to you. After a shower together, full of splashing and laughter more than anything, they collapsed on the bed, exhausted. Once Gu Qingpei's brain cleared a little, he groaned, God, I hope my parents didn't hear anything. Were you doing that on purpose? What? No. We're adults. Totally normal. Normal for you, maybe. My parents aren't exactly young. They're cooler than you think. And honestly, when I first came here 2 years ago, I already wanted to sleep in your room. You were in your 30s when I met you. I missed out on so much time. Sleeping here feels like catching up on all the years I didn't get. He laughed like the menace he was. Gu Qingpei rolled his eyes, hopeless. Yuan Yang hugged him and rolled around with him on the bed. Take me around town tomorrow. Introduce me to your old friends. And what exactly is your goal? So they know you're taken. Anyone tries to drag you somewhere sketchy, introduce you to someone shady, I'll slap them into next week. Gu Qingpei cracked up. Please, my social obligations could bury you alive. You really think you can police all that? Yuan Yang nodded seriously. You didn't have a home before. Now you do. Someone to report to. If anyone invites you to nightclubs again, tell them your man's waiting at home. And seriously, cut down on the nightlife stuff, okay? Gu Qingpei looked at him how earnest he was and couldn't help but smile. All right, even if I say no, you wouldn't let it go anyway. Yuan Yang nudged his cheek with his nose. Exactly. You owe me 2 years, remember. I've got lots of complaints saved up. Gu Qingpei just laughed quietly. Yuan Yang pulled him close and kissed his hairline over and over as if holding his whole world. Gu Qingpei closed his eyes with a soft smile, snuggling into him. Yuan Yang, relax. As long as you don't mess up, I'll walk with you until the end. Yuan Yang didn't answer, just held him tighter. On the next morning, they woke up refreshed. Gu's mom had already prepared breakfast and fussed over them nonstop. Eat this, try that, and insisted on taking them out afterwards to buy local specialties to bring back to Beijing. Despite her age, she had the shopping stamina of a teenager. Within an hour, both men had their hands full of bags while she happily continued browsing. At lunch, she kept giving Yuan Yang these soft, approving looks. He behaved impeccably, polite, tidy, completely different from the rascal he was with Gu Qingpei, earning himself 200% mother-in-law points. They spent a few peaceful days there before heading back to Beijing with far too many bags. First thing back home? Moving. They'd already planned to return to their old place, the one they'd lived in together before. They'd been moving things little by little, but now they did the real work. That apartment held their best memories. Neither said it out loud, but both wanted to restart from there. Just like 2 years ago, they went grocery shopping, picked out home essentials, bickered about small things. Every look, every tiny exchange felt like life. A warm, simple happiness that wrapped around them quietly. They bought tons of ingredients and cooked together that night, celebrating moving back home. Yuan Yang cooked, Gu Qingpei assisted, and the conversation wandered from business to nonsense to memories to the future. Endless talking, as if trying to make up for the 2 years lost, neither of them wanted to mention directly. After dinner, they watched a movie on the couch. Gu Qingpei lounged against Yuan Yang, feeding him snacks, occasionally stealing some back. The movie was boring. After an hour, he was half asleep. Yuan Yang noticed. You're sleepy. Bed? Gu Qingpei hummed, but didn't move. After a moment, Yuan Yang laughed. Do I need to carry you? If you insist, who am I to stop you? Yuan Yang actually picked him up. Gu Qingpei relaxed on his back, teasing, wow, this really is easier than walking. Yuan Yang tossed him onto the bed, pushing him down with a grin. You're looking pretty awake to me. Want some exercise? Nope, work tomorrow. Gu Qingpei dove under the blanket instantly. Yuan Yang slid in beside him and pulled him close. Relax, I'm just messing with you. You really have nothing better to do. He yawned. Turn around, don't face away from me. Yuan Yang patted his hip. When Gu Qingpei turned, Yuan Yang kissed his eyelids. If you open your eyes again, I'm dealing with you. Gu Qingpei laughed softly and rested his hand on his waist. You behave too. Sleep. We've got a home to support. Yuan Yang stroked his back. If you wanted, you could sleep till noon. Let me do the earning. We'll be fine. Gu Qingpei's breath hitched, warmth blooming in his chest. You don't believe me? Yuan Yang asked. I do. I'm just not at retirement age yet. Give me 10 years. By then, I'll probably want to quit and rely on you. Then, I'll support you for life. Yuan Young declared proudly. Gu Qingpei looked at him moved. His little wolf dog had grown into a man, one who could guard a house and bring luck with him. Yuan Young suddenly yelled, "Aha! You opened your eyes. Come here." Gu Qingpei burst out laughing. "Just say you're in the mood." Yuan Young flipped him over, pinning him with a grin. The bedroom light softened and the world outside blurred away.